We're back. We're back, guys. We're just into Senna Smolder territory. It doesn't matter that Kwangdong has lost to Breon with Smolder. Now they lose to DRX against Smolder. So you got to let him have Smolder every game.
I think a large part of being happy in life is accepting that run back. We don't have to.
All right, they're running it back, guys. So now they're doing it with Aatrox in the top side for Dudu. Same composition. They're going to ban Pike Jack. So Cassante, they're not going to... Why not just take Bard Malphite again? What's wrong?
Our job is just creating space for Smolder. And Pleta with an R5 counter pick could also be a mid counter pick, obviously, here for Yehu, if they do want to flex the Karma towards the supporter. But I don't think they will, given that they get exactly the same matchup.
So Lee Sin not going to be banned this game. So they do have more flanking threat onto the Smolder. And they're just going to take the Hui again. So again, very strong backline. Ability to kick the Smolder out, potentially. Hard engage. Yep, Rakan instead of Bard. Still going to provide the dive threat.
But it's not necessarily what this is about for DRX, right? You're not trying to win lane with Smolder Rakan. You just want it.
So can Kwangdong actually do anything this game? Or are they just going to randomly TP around the map for no reason like they did? They actually just TP inted last game. They literally just TP'd to die multiple times.
Yes. Yeah. It's just a regular old number.
I was happier before watching Kwangdong. Well, some of their early games, I mean, knowing this team, of course, they'll just bounce back and beat KT and D+, right?
7 out of 9. And then we go straight into playoffs, which is why we're already talking about playoffs. 3 of our teams have already qualified and have a playoff spot already. Playoffs on the line if you want to try to fight for getting the cup.
Just to reiterate, with what DRX still have ahead of them, their chances aren't great regardless. They're still facing teams that you might know, such as T1, Gen G, and KT. But mathematically, to win here is all they need to keep it going.
It all starts with one, Chronicler.
It all starts... The miracle run has to start somewhere, Valdez.
Yeah, sometimes you can start a streak with 1 win. Sometimes you can start a losing streak with 1 loss, which we have seen some teams do this year already. Not to name any names, but yeah, it can be rough. You know, you lose a game, you lose some confidence, but build up to potentially, you know, making some upsets happen, which is, as we mentioned before about the schedule, what you're going to need to do.
Okay, so
kind of cool to see. I was going to
here's
say
third wave.
Is able to heal up. We talk a lot about the power of Rakan if you do hit your Q and the sustain it provides. Before they got absolutely pummeled, so didn't get to make that point because already.
So same thing we saw last game.
Level 2 will be hit soon.
Third wave crash in bot side.
Neither jungler really having that much of an impact in the early game last time around. Wonder if that's going to be different this time around. Crash has just come in. Both junglers look to just be going for a classic full clear.
Yep, just clearing it up. And maybe
so third wave crash into plate. This time Smolder's farming better though. It was like 8 to 20 CS in the last game.
Definitely the big standout pick.
But still early plates, quick recall.
And I think that rather than trying to go
both junglers going top to bot. Lee Sin faster, they have pressure, so Lee Sin gonna get crab.
Game number 1. To be honest, I was kind of surprised they didn't even target it at all in this series. They did ban it away in game 1.
So here come the recalls in after pushing the wave out.
But it wasn't picked this time around, and they elected
crab
to go
taken. Shin going topside crab.
Containing the way, which he played in game 1. So Bulldog was like, okay, cool story on your mid bans. I'll just play Hui again.
Last time around, a lot of the momentum for DRX came when they found a couple of skirmishes, as well as being able to procure some early objectives. We'll see if that's going to be the case this time around, because I'd be looking towards some early action. I'm going to get the double scuttle here because he did already.
Okay, now we're just going to get camps on respawn for both
That is
Gromp for Lee Sin and Krugs for Xin Zhao on top side.
Otherwise, it's going to feel like
Matchup's pretty much even. Except we did see item buys already for Kwangdong, so trying to translate this into more lane bullying.
Yeah. And when you're going up against Xin Zhao, certainly something that you might look towards if you feel like you're ever going to be in a 1v1 or a 2v2 situation. Root is going to land here on the Teddy.
It's nasty, actually.
Mitigate the damage, but
Both have Doran's items on the bot side, so pretty annoying.
In this matchup, but the power is there certainly with the Santa Seraphine.
Yeah, there's been a lot of flapping by Teddy. He hasn't been hit by a whole lot. Big thing here is that Teddy still has TP available though, and unlike last game, he isn't really getting pummeled as much when it comes to the CS. Sponge going in.
Yeah, Sponge hit that and decided to enter into the enemy jungle, which is a bit scary. It's now Bulldog flashing forward. He's gonna miss everything.
No.
And decided to enter into the enemy jungle, which is a bit scary. It's now Bulldog flashing forward. He's gonna miss everything. And so Sponge, without his own flash, goes back in and maybe gonna convert this onto Bulldog, who will go.
Oh no.
Will immediately follow up. It's a double kill for Yehu in the mid lane as they overextend and the Karma Xin Zhao show their power.
Complete disaster for Kwangdong. They opted into that. They willingly were like, we are going to go for this play, and that works.
Why?
Hit your skills, but Bulldog, Sponge, some credit to him for his sidesteps, but you have to hit those if you want to win that play. And the Doran's Blade isn't going to make the difference if all your skill shots go flying wide. Karma this early on in the game is going to have a ton of power with the low uptime, or the high uptimes that are low cooldown on her spells. As we take a look, Sponge going in here, I feel very optimistic because again, because Lee Sin is quite a great duelist, manages to avoid the Q.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh no.
Just a little bit too much time passes between his flash as they stand in the Mantra Q and just get absolutely dunked on. And in these type of trades where Xin Zhao can just keep autoing, Plata knows. Or Yehu knows, rather.
Yeah, Yehu.
My bad. I should know. It's my challenger players.
Yeah, you know, it's just called up. Yeah, he was really hyped
great,
up for that
though.
one. He has been great, and like we saw with Bull, with Kwangdong Freecs, it was a big change, and it helped them out immensely. Unfortunately, it feels like that power and that effect is somewhat worn off somehow. As now we get engaged onto Ondil, this Rakan getting a lot of value that's immediately going to push Ondil back from having much pressure in this lane. And I mean, you look at the CS, like Teddy's ahead. So what is this?
Teddy's also getting a lot more harassment this game, so his stacking should be going better. We're not clicking on him, so I can't see, but
Rakan getting a lot of value that's immediately going to push Ondil back from having much pressure in this lane. And I mean, you look at the CS, like Teddy's ahead. So what is this lane even really meant to do? Yes, eventually you'll be online, you'll be scaling, you'll be getting heals and shields, but we saw what Teddy did with 500 stacks as well. In this game, he should stack even faster.
Yeah, in this game you also don't have frontline that can actually tank. Although in last game we saw that...
What do you mean? It's tank lethality Aatrox.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Good point. I am ready to be a hater again, don't you worry.
He's going to be like flanking. It's not necessarily going to be that front to back that you were talking about. So
yeah, it won't.
Point still stands.
We saw in the last game that it was actually to a detriment. Rascal, or rather Dudu, Rascal now playing Cassante, but that actually was a big problem. As the angle!
Yeah, the angle, it is perfect. Delivered directly into the hands of the Xin Zhao. Dudu in a lot of trouble, but he does have his flash available, and he will actually be totally fine. Did have to flash, but he gets away alive, at least. Sponge still hangs around.
No.
And Dudu's...
oh god,
He does
Dudu.
have another dash, but he might just die first, and yeah, no, in fact, he doesn't have his dash, so he's...
No.
And Dudu will actually be totally fine.
He got so greedy.
But he its way alive, at least. Sponge still hangs around.
No.
And Dudu's just going to try to get a ward down. He does have another dash, but he might just die first. And, yeah, no, in fact, he doesn't have his dash. So he's just dead. Very unfortunate. Big mistake there. As Spongey's like, well, I'll just hide on bush and wait for him to face check me.
Every team that isn't Kwangdong is looking at this going, oh boy. Every team that's trying to make their way towards play. Freecs, Nongshim, all these teams, they're in rough positions. Bro, they're in rough positions, but it's not over just yet. Kwangdong, they still got some tough matches ahead of them as well. Have to face off against Hanwha Live, and then a lot of their direct competitors, KT as well. That's actually the final match of the split. And Kwangdong, I think, are still in a prime position. I don't think they need to be worried just yet. But I also think back to last summer, where I forgot how close they were to playoffs, but it was, I think, just one series win.
Yeah, and then they just couldn't win. They went on a massive losing streak, and we have level 6 here for Pleta, trying to get in onto Ondil here, but again, it's Smolder with 50 stacks, so nice engage, but yeah, he didn't even have Ignite, so. Q is going to land, and he gets pulled under the turret,
What?
knocked up immediately, cuz is going to live, but by the skin of his teeth, doesn't necessarily have to be doing that.
Sponge is looking. I don't think
He is looking.
Doesn't.
He's staring at them
upon it.
menacingly. Rude.
Do they really want to fight this? I feel like flipping the game from either team here seems somewhat unnecessary.
And DRX, they are looking much more stable. And believe us, if you didn't watch game 1, you're tuning in right now, you're like, oh, DRX won game 1.
What build do you think you should that Aatrox should be going? Probably lethality, because he needs to flank and kill Teddy.
It wasn't like a clean 1-0, nothing to see here, memes aside.
It was a clean 1-0 in the score.
I think he needs to be able to flank and get into backline.
Yes, they got the win. It was relatively dominant, but it didn't come. It did come with its fair share of stumbles. So
I cut down version of this review, just all the what reactions. Oh god.
More stable it feels
For DRX.
This has been a tough one to watch.
DRX need all the help that they can get. Some of their decision making mid to late has been a little bit questionable. The fight angles that they have taken. But right now they are really, really strong. Yehu has a ton of damage available. Pleta on an angle here. They don't know about Sponge. We'll know now. I would love for DRX to get this Draker. There's only good dragons still available. Only good ones.
Yeah.
No bad outcome.
Only good ones. Only bangers.
Ox has really been stepping it up today. I think we have to give him credit where credit
True,
is.
yeah. Good job,
I was
Ox.
worried.
Only bangers. Bangers only.
Gonna move in as a 5-man unit. TP is available for Rascal. If they do want to go for this, TP does get utilized. It's now the MonteCristo there to slow them up. The massive flank comes
What the
in
fuck
and
is going on? What is going on with the I can't see because the camera is bouncing. Look at the camera, guys.
TP does get utilized. It's now the MonteCristo there to slow them up.
Look, the camera is like bouncing back and forth. What the fuck is happening with the camera? I literally cannot see what's going on in the team fight because the camera is moving back and forth. It's a huge play by Pleta there. Pleta's had a very good series. It's a really good engage by Rakan. And that's the series, guys. I mean, it's a great flank, right? They're all in the middle. They have them in a perfect arc. Covering everything. They actually just block crowd control heading in, and then they immediately just charm them and then hit them with some CC from Cassante.
And now Dudu all alone on the backside. Look at Teddy's just in the pit, massacring people here as Bull desperate to get a kill, but it's
And you can't play, like, if you get flanked, it's over with the Seraphine Senna Hui, right? Like, you cannot allow yourself to be... Jesus Christ. Dude just leaves to go try to take plates in topside.
Dudu is TPing out!
Are we still able to use your sponsor code / links even if you're not actively promoting them on podcasts? Probably. Which one are you asking about in particular? But most of them should still be active. You know, a lot of times what we do, guys, is like, you know, for example, for Factor or HelloFresh, like we have like year-long deals, but we only do, you know, 1 or 2 promos a month on SI, but the codes should still work. Freeze Pipe, maybe not, although we might get a new deal with them soon because 420 is coming up. We're talking to them at the moment. Liquid IV, we promoted last week. Liquid IV definitely is active. Please use it. Code LFN for Liquid IV. Or you could try the freeze pipe one. I don't know. I know I tried HelloFresh with your code after you hadn't promoted it for a month. Yeah.
I saw it.
Should still work. Nice. Is that your first Factor order for last week? Cool. Yeah, enjoy, man. I wish I could get that here in Korea. Be great for lunch while I'm streaming.
Towards the Fire Dragon. I'm just gonna say it. I don't know.
So brave.
That's. I don't know why that's allowed.
Especially, probably a lot of you guys like work from home or whatever. So having a quick lunch working from home is pretty OP. All right. Oh.
Ooh, very close on that as well. Sponge still on the chase, but just gonna clear the ward.
Really big moment there as they do get.
Oh boy, here comes Bomb as well, and now.
Yeah, I used HelloFresh for like a year in the States before I left. Yeah, it was very, very good as well. Same company. You're a nurse. Sometimes we don't get a lunch, so I'm hoping it saves my day. Well, yeah. If you're on call for emergencies, I can imagine that's tough. So yeah, hopefully it speeds things up for you.
In the early weeks, he was the one player that we did often praise. And right now he is pulling through. Even yeah, the shutdown goes over. It is a win for Kwangdong. They did have to invest heavily.
Freeze pipe code still works. Nice.
As opposed to the Hui that you'd really like it on. And they still trade 1 for 1. And while that's happening in bot side, everything is going the way of DRX. Teddy, this time, he's at 124, if I saw correctly. 124 at 15 minutes.
Edible sponsor win. That'd be great.
Rascal once again. He's not even going to utilize the ghost, but he's taking a big trade as now the sweet spot is going to hit though, and all of a sudden, maybe a trade back here from Dudu, but this Cassante with the red buff is getting on in there as now has to blast the knockup.
It's a flash Q3.
These two top laners, Bulldog. Yeah, the ghost will help out here, and Bulldog has no idea where this guy even is. Although Cuz trying to get in there, trying to stop him.
Love picking up the Firestones in game. I like it when people lose the Infernal Cinders because you just like blow up like Sonic, all your rings getting lost.
Rascal also going for 4 mil. In this case, you know what? Oh no.
Okay.
Did DRX play good or did Kwangdong play bad? I mean, I think DRX is playing pretty well, honestly, guys. Some of the setups have been really good. They did kind of fuck up the ending to that game where they just hung around in base instead of going and getting Mountain Soul or Baron. Like, that was pretty bad. But they've been much more proactive with the TPs. They've been setting up really nice flanks onto the back line. I think they played a lot better. I mean, they certainly played much better than Kwangdong.
Surely Valdez.
Yeah, just playing out the way it always does.
Known for their strength in lane.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yes. So
it's at 156 stacks.
Yeah, they're going to be completely fine.
Just got Factor. Keep hearing good things. Good. Did you use the LFN codes? Creamy McCrunch.
They can actually fight. Again,
it's the real question. I don't care if you bought Factor if you're not using our codes.
Okay, you know what? You get the second Drake. It's fine. We don't really care. This time around, Yehu, he's at 2 items.
Yes, sir. Very good. Very good. Thank you.
If one big mantra Q, like all the healing in the world isn't going to save these squishy members on Kwangdong.
Yeah.
I think if they start stacking Infernal Drakes early,
And they will. I mean, Kwangdong Freecs might try to fight this, but I don't see that going well at all.
Yeah.
How's my new son doing? He's doing very well. Thank you for asking.
He is running.
He is 2 months old now. And he's getting cuter.
Beelining it, and he's gonna have a nice angle here too. I mean, they will have to.
How hard is it today compared to back then to become a caster? Well, a lot harder.
Yeah, that's gonna spot Dudu here on
It's all, don't become a, like, just don't. Just don't become a caster.
a lot of damage though going into
Harder,
this Cuz trying to go
less
for the
money,
steal, but a block on the
Riot
Q, and there goes the way
Monopoly.
of DRX. Now the
Unless you're going to become a Counter-Strike caster, that's probably okay still. But Riot games, bleh. I mean, the constant threatening of the flanks here has been so good. All right, they just catch Bulldog out immediately. Like, dude is trying to find an angle onto Teddy. But Pletta's had a very good series, guys. Pletta has actually had a very good series. His Bard ults in the last game were super clutch. That's a great engage.
If you can call it that. DRX is kind of rolling over them now.
That's not a fight, Valdos. That's a beatdown. DRX is dunking on Kwangdong. What is happening today? I thought that we were going to have back and forths. I thought we were going to go to 6 games.
I mean, that's what the prophecy foretold, but
This is
these teams did not.
Yeah, the Kwangdong failure has been really sad to watch. Especially after, you know, the D plus KT wins, looking like they were going really well. You know, they killed their own momentum by losing 2 matches to Breon and now to DRX. It's pathetic. Le Grand Mister, thank you for your Twitch Prime sub. Appreciate you. Do not become a caster, though. That's a terrible idea.
Sure, DRX will give it to us. Although, Dudu, you do need to work with us.
It was good when there was an open market for casters, but now you're just existing in a Riot monopoly where you can never actually get a wage increase or negotiate for your wages, and your reward is being a background voice on co-streams. So it's fucking miserable. Just don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh, could get first turn block. That's big. Very nice here. Kwangdong not giving up, knowing what happened in game number 2, knowing the opportunities that were given to them graciously by DRX.
Realizers.
They are. They do know. There is.
It's just, I mean, it's sad to say that because I think the art of casting is great, and obviously I love casting, but it's just I cannot recommend it as a smart or viable career choice.
And that's the turret down. Just with 1 Rift Herald charge, so they did extend pretty far into the bottom lane. Should be denied. No.
Like I said, Counter-Strike, baby.
Just another charge to come through. Not even manned was that Rift Herald.
Yeah, cause that's Smite. I assume they thought that they could get it with the auto on the back.
But you just have to be aware that there's not even really a great financial upside at this point in time.
The big thing that I think Wolf talked about this first, and we've seen it time.
And you even if you could make money, like the odds of you actually getting to that point as a new caster are virtually zero because, you know, all of those casters who have been around for 10 years are just not going to leave their positions ever.
Feels pretty good.
Because for the most part, they're all just scared at this point. And they don't want to take any risk. Like the casters who could have left. You know, like Kadrol or other people who have gone on to do other games, or Papa Smithy who just like retired from, you know, being a content creator / caster entirely. You know, Deficio, same way. Crepo, same way. You know, like the guys who haven't done it have just sat around watching their negotiating position just slowly fade away and like watch the LCS die over a number of years, and they won't move because they're shit scared of doing anything else. So you're never going to get an opportunity either. Where did Deficio go? He was running Misfits for years. He's still at Misfits. You see the clip of Smolder getting 40 stacks with 1 Q since he gets stacks off grubs? Oh yeah, the little mini grubs. I didn't see it, but that's funny. Rivington with 23 views. Well, Rivington is still a caster with Valorant, which I know he enjoys more.
Shout out to my boy Sponge as well, man. What a glow up from this guy.
I missed Deficio. Hands down the best analyst the scene has had. You're on my stream, bitch. What is this? How dare you insult me?
Now 2 back-to-back great games. Seasons out. He was helped a little bit by the fact that he won the early 2v2.
I'm just kidding. I think Martin's great. I really enjoyed working with him.
Sidesteps.
Yeah, just dodge Hui's abilities and you're fine. That's what Baker would say.
Eric 10110110110101. Thank you for your Twitch Prime sub.
Who has both the redemption as well as the flash to ensure that he gets W without actually going down.
Wait, yeah, who doesn't have?
Coming into my stream and just passive aggressively insulting me.
I think I said that Yehu's just gonna redemption,
Oh no.
but
But
like, wait, that doesn't make sense.
Well, actually, if you cast your mind back, I know we've both been trying to repress it, but Rascal did.
Yeah, no, yeah.
He did do that. So, but fortunately, Yehu does.
Exactly, that's why it's not a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Monty. I'm sure the casters are loving to have to switch to play-by-play and prep for taking their friends' jobs. I know, man. They're loving it.
With the smolder comp. I mean, they just boomed him that one time.
The salty run back. Yeah, I thought it was less salty, but maybe
Maybe it was more salty.
maybe the adjustments just made it more salty, Valdez. You're on point. Poke is landing, but it's not sticking. Oh, maybe Dudu. The flank of the ages. He spotted out.
Yep. Letta sniffs it out, and now they
Oh, God. Is Teddy the one flanking now?
Once again, Bulldog and Bull in the front lines just getting
He just doesn't give a fuck anymore.
As the execute damage is about to come through, there it is. Teddy gonna take down the first one. Bulldog also in a ton of gonna be called down.
Lethality Aatrox can't flank you.
Flank. Valdez, you're on point.
Lethality Aatrox can't flank you if you are the flanker yourself. Thinks Teddy.
Oh, maybe Dudu. The flank of the ages. He spotted out.
Just waiting for Dudu. Little do they know, but Teddy is here on the side, hitting you with E and R, or W and R rather.
Getting burned away as the execute damage is about to come through. There it is. Teddy gonna take down the first one. Bulldog also in a ton of trouble. And the front line from the side of DRX is huge. I mean,
Dudu does nothing. 0 damage Aatrox in that fight. Yeah, it does not matter if you kill that guy. You just die afterwards.
Unfortunately, I think that's the only kill that Kwangdong will get as Pleta gonna return to safety. Nice Q3 does come in from the side of the Aatrox, but it's not gonna matter as the damage is way too high for DRX. And now it's 16-2 in kills.
Kwangdong are about to get
Jesus
to
Christ.
DRX keep their playoff dreams alive as another attempted fight ends in disaster here. Teddy on this smolder. Look at the confidence. Walking up to Molder. Look at that damage, Valdez. Wins the fight basically single-handedly. Bull delays it for a little bit. Then Pleta does not care about the fact that he's ulted by Bulldog. Gets into the backline. Finds the CC. And Cuz's attempt at kicking back Yehu is delayed. Really nice stopwatch. So yeah, he ends up going down. I'm still not okay with lethality Aatrox healing to full throughout the entirety of this. But it doesn't matter because he doesn't have teammates.
Just CC him.
He did nothing the whole fight. Congratulations.
Versus the 1.5.
Yeah.
And they got Nash. And right now, that allows you to easily set up mid lane prio. Should get you the soul point as well. I don't see how Kwangdong got back from this one. They didn't find a way in the last game. And this game feels even more one-sided, Valdez.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way. Also, the way that the mental game is going right now, DRX are so confident they are running at Kwangdong Freecs. They know they're so far ahead. And Kwangdong have not been able to find a single angle in this game. As now they're trying to threaten here onto the Drake. Maybe Cuz steals it or something, but Dudu's not getting a flank now, and he's already chunked out. He goes sponge, and Dudu's just running for his life as he will survive. The front line here of DRX is getting chunked out quite a bit, but at the end of the
Nobody
day,
can kill Teddy.
just come down to Cuz. He is going to land the Q. He's going to land that Q, and he goes on in, and it's not stolen. It goes to Smolder. A bit,
Oh, man.
but at the end of the day,
By the way, Bull is just not good at Seraphine, I don't think. I've seen, like, very few ultimates from him at all this game.
goes on
As 25 HP after the smite.
goes to Smolder.
That's a bummer.
Looked like that went one down. That one went down to about 25 health as well, and Teddy.
Who's winning MSI this year? Genji, T1, BLG look like the best teams.
continues receiving love from the Dragon. Dragon and Dragon standing together. Teddy getting the kill. I know that, you know, getting the kill doesn't necessarily... It's 11k and they have Smolder.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah, I mean, this game is so giga over, guys.
Yehu doesn't have to...
And Dudu, he's good do it. DRX.
Do not think we need to watch. We can just fast forward through the end of this one, I think.
9-0 is Teddy.
Who do I even vote for? Is it just Teddy? Is it Pleta? Is it Sponge?
Could even be Yehu, but he's died twice.
He did die twice. He is over 66% of their kills. Valdez. Of the kills of the enemy, rather.
Maybe it's Teddy.
I
think a boom damage vote is okay.
I also think Teddy genuinely played the early fight really, really well. He won the fight on the soul point as well with his ults. But Sponge won the, you know, won the early 2v2. Pleta has done so much of the setup. It's a tough
Play up.
He's like plating them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just gotta go fast through this, guys.
I know that's not the reference, but that would be...
We have Teddy is over 5,000 damage, or 5,000 gold ahead in terms of item value on Bull, who is almost also Flame Horizons. And that can happen. I mean, you're feeding all the stuff over to your Smolder, whereas Starfeed isn't necessarily getting all the farm. But also, they're so far behind that, you know, dragons and jungles and pretty much everything is going into the hands of Teddy, so he just gets even more fed. And he's gonna call down Mom, just as a celebration, it seems.
I really think it's just Smolder, guys. This is my copium take. I think that Smolder is the reason why Kwangdong is losing. So if they ban Smolder, they'll win games.
Oh, wait. Sponge?
No, he doesn't care. He's got a karma right behind him. And nice encore. It's going to delay the inevitable engage as everybody is just going to be executed eventually.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with their horrible TP usage or team play in general.
But it should be a 2-0 here for DRX as everybody is exploding with the cinders as well. Omega celebration there at the end as well. 2-0 as DRX will take the big win today.
Happy face.
Why?